The town of Hollow Creek was small, quiet, and full of secrets. Most of its residents avoided talking about the abandoned house on Ashford Hill. They say anyone who entered never came back the same. The house had belonged to the Hawthorne family decades ago. Tragedy followed them like a shadow. The last Hawthorne heir disappeared without explanation. Since then, the house had been called cursed. Children dared each other to go near it. Adults whispered its name only after dark. And now, another disappearance had brought fear back. Emily Carter, a 17-year-old girl, had vanished 2 weeks ago. She was last seen near the old Hawthorne place. Her parents begged the police for answers. The police shrugged, muttered about runaways, and moved on. But her best friend, Daniel Rivers, refused to give up. Daniel was 18, tall, with messy black hair. His loyalty to Emily was unshakable. They had been inseparable since childhood. He knew she would never simply run away. He swore he would find her. To help him, he turned to Claire Donovan. Claire was 19, sharp-minded, and studying criminology. She had returned to Hollow Creek for the summer. Daniel trusted her instincts more than anyone. Together, they formed a plan. They would investigate the Hawthorne house themselves. Everyone warned them not to. Even Daniel's father tried to stop him. But Daniel's resolve only grew stronger. "Emily's in there," he told Claire. The night they chose was stormy. Thunder rolled in the distance. Rain dripped from the crooked trees near the house. The structure loomed, broken but proud. Its windows were dark, like empty ice. The front gate hung half open. Daniel pushed it, and it groaned. Claire hesitated but followed. "This place feels alive," she whispered. "Then let's wake it up," Daniel said grimly. Inside, the air was stale. Dust coated the floor like snow. Their flashlights cut through cobwebs and shadows. Portraits of the Hawthorne family lined the hallway. "I seemed to follow them." "Creepy," Claire muttered. "They look angry," Daniel whispered. A sudden creak echoed. They froze. But nothing moved. They climbed the staircase. The banister felt cold under Daniel's hand. Claire found a door slightly open. She pushed it. A study revealed itself. Books lay scattered everywhere. A journal sat on the desk. Daniel opened it carefully. The ink was faded. But the words chilled them. "The voices won't stop," it read. "They demand another sacrifice." Claire's stomach dropped. "Sacrifice?" she whispered. Daniel turned the page. "If I resist, they'll take the girl." His hands shook. "The girl?" Claire echoed. "Emily," Daniel breathed. The house creaked again. A sudden bang came from the hall. Both whirled around. Their flashlights flickered. "We're not alone," Claire said. Daniel clenched his jaw. "Then let's find out who." They stepped into the hallway again. A shadow darted across the floor. Daniel chased it. Claire followed reluctantly. They reached the cellar door. It stood ajar. Cold air wafted up. Daniel yanked it open. The stairs led into blackness. "Ladies first," he asked nervously. "Not funny," Claire muttered. They descended together. The cellar stank of rot. Their lights revealed stone walls. Chains dangled from the ceiling. An altar sat in the center. Dark stains covered it. Claire's throat tightened. "Blood," she whispered. Daniel clenched his fists. A faint whimper came from the corner. They spun toward the sound. Emily sat chained to the wall. Her eyes were wide with terror. "Emily!" Daniel cried. He rushed forward. Claire tried to free the chains. But Emily shook her head violently. "It's here," she croaked. The shadows thickened around them. A deep growl filled the cellar. Daniel pulled Emily close. Claire shone her light. Something shifted. A figure emerged from the darkness. Cloaked, faceless, immense. Its presence froze their blood. "Another offering," it hissed. "Emily stays." "No!" Daniel shouted. He stood protectively in front of her. Claire's hands shook. She grabbed a rusted pipe from the floor. "Stay back." The creature laughed, a hollow sound. "You cannot fight shadows." Daniel's eyes darted to the journal he carried. "Burn the pact," he remembered. "Only fire breaks it." Claire fumbled with her lighter. She lit the journal's edge. Flames consumed the pages. The creature shrieked. Shadows rise in agony. The chains around Emily snapped open. She collapsed into Daniel's arms. The walls trembled. Stones rained from above. "We need to get out," Claire yelled. Daniel lifted Emily. They raced up the stairs. The cellar roared behind them. The house groaned like it was alive. Doors slammed shut as they passed. The portraits on the walls wept blood. Windows shattered violently. Whispers filled their ears. "Never free, never free," Daniel kept running. Claire dragged Emily forward. They reached the front door. It swung open suddenly. Rain and wind hit their faces. They bolted outside. The house convulsed. Its roof collapsed inward. Flames erupted from its core. The manor screamed. Then silence. Only ash remained. The tree collapsed on the wet ground. Emily sobbed uncontrollably. Daniel held her tightly. Claire stared at the ruins. "It's over," she whispered. But her voice shook. Emily raised her head. "No," she said weakly. "It's not over." Daniel frowned. "What do you mean?" Emily's eyes were hollow. "It followed me." Her voice cracked. Claire stiffened. "What followed you?" Emily clutched her chest. "The shadow, it's inside me." Daniel's face drained of color. "No, don't say that." Emily shook her head. "I can feel it." Claire grabbed her wrist. "We'll fix this." They took Emily to Claire's uncle, a retired priest. He lived on the outskirts of town. He listened gravely as Emily spoke. His face turned pale. "The Hawthorns made a pact long ago," he explained. "It was never destroyed, only delayed." Daniel's fists clenched. "How do we break it?" The priest sighed. "Bloodline sacrifice." Silence filled the room. Emily's eyes filled with tears. "I'm the sacrifice, aren't I?" Daniel shook his head violently. "No, never." Claire's mind raced. There has to be another way. The priest lowered his eyes. If there is, I do not know it. Emily whispered, then I'm doomed. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He sat by Emily's bed. She tossed and turned, whispering. Shadows slithered across her skin. Daniel's chest ached. He promised himself he'd save her, even if it meant his own life. Claire researched frantically in old texts. Hours passed. Finally, she found a clue. Transfer of bond, the book read. The curse can shift to another willing soul. Claire showed Daniel. His heart sank. He knew what it meant. I'll take it, he said firmly. Claire gasped. No, Daniel, you can't. I have to, he insisted. Emily deserves to live. Emily woke, overhearing him. Tears streamed down her face. Don't you dare, Daniel. He smiled sadly. I made you a promise. Claire's hands trembled. If you do this, you'll be lost. Daniel nodded. Better me than her. The priest prepared the ritual. Candles flickered in the dark. Latin words filled the air. Emily sobbed, clutching Daniel's hand. Shadows gathered around him. His body shook violently. Claire screamed his name. The room exploded with light. When it cleared, Emily was free. Daniel lay unconscious. His eyes opened slowly. They glowed faintly yellow. Claire staggered back. No, she whispered. Daniel smiled eerily. Emily's safe, he said softly. His voice was layered with another. The shadow had chosen him. Emily wept into Claire's arms. The priest made the sign of the cross. The nightmare had only changed its name.